What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? This is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL. You already know we come live with the news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This continues to get ugly and tragic. Of course, you know, we're all familiar with the incident that happened out in Brenham, Texas, with Mr. Clenard Parker. He stole a semi-truck and he drove it into the driver's license building. And at that time, one person was dead. And then we just got more updates that another person has died from the injuries as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Second victim dies from injuries after the man drove stolen semi-trailer into building, officials say. A second person has died after a Texas semi-trailer driver this month plowed a stolen 18-wheeler into a public safety office where his commercial license renewal had been rejected, authorities said Monday. More than a dozen people were inside the building on April 12th when authorities said Clenard Parker, 42, intentionally rammed the truck into the Texas Department of Public Safety office in Brenham, a rural town outside Houston. One 78-year-old man later died the day after being taken to the hospital. Cheryl Turner, 63, of Brenham was identified by state authorities as the second person to have died as a result of the crash. Parker remained jailed in Washington County on charges that included murder, 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Jail records do not list an attorney for Parker, and the district clerk's office said Monday it had no lawyer on file. Authorities say Parker led law enforcement on a short chase before ramming the stolen semi-trailer into the same public safety office where he had been told a day earlier that he was not eligible to renew his commercial driver's license. So you could add 2 counts of murder now. So we're looking at 2 counts of murder. Like I said, the gentleman who died, you know, the day after the incident, and now Miss Cheryl Turner. And once again, condolences to her family, you know, as well. You know, and just praying for all the victims that were involved during this time. Like I said, we got 2 lives that were taken. But you know, there's a lot of people that are still hurt, and it's still traumatic to a lot of people overall. It's also taken into account, you know, Mr. Parker's mental health. Like I said, you know, like I told you all before in the previous video, because he has documented mental health issues, that's going to come into play on how this is handled out. It could be handled out, you know, in the regular court setting, or it could be handled, you know, in the mental health courts. So we don't know how that can go. Like I told you all before, it's 50-50 for the most part. Like I said, you know, it can be handled in the courts and he can go to prison, or if they decide to really handle it on the mental health court side, then I could probably see him taking an NGRI plea, not guilty by reason of insanity, and they send him to a mental health hospital, and he'll more likely be in that mental health hospital until he take his last breath. So like I said, prayers to everybody involved in this case, prayers to the victims. Man, like I said, all this over a driver's license, but you just never know what people are willing to do, you know, when, you know, they feel like their back is against the wall. And you know, Mr. Parker, you know, unfortunately he took matters into his own hands, and you know, people suffer. And like I said, you know, definitely praying for those families, like I said, once again. But I want to know what you all think about this. I'll drop the link to the article in the description like I always do, but I appreciate the support as always. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support as always. We're on the road to 1K, and all my truck drivers, be safe and keep it in the middle of the road. And until next time, I'm out.